Now that you've had a good 24 hours or so to process it, how does it feel to get that first one out of the way?
Yeah, the guys played well. We executed in a lot of different areas. Thought we played smart. A lot of things to clean up, which we already did, and on to San Francisco.
Coach, when you've done it as long as you have, you get like texts from friends and other coaches that
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of your buddies and all that stuff. But I guess because it's the first one's a big deal. I guess I just found out, but yeah, it was good. A lot of people support the Cardinals.
You've hung your hat on winning the explosive play battle. That's something that you want to focus on as an offense. Knowing what Josh was able to do and Rondell, and especially that long ball to Michael Wilson, how gratifying is it to see that actually happening on the field?
Yeah, those guys know. I mean, it's not just the offense; it's defense and special teams too. But yeah, I mean, in the run game we had some explosives. The pass game we had some explosives, and kept the explosives down on defense. Special teams were positive in that phase, that component of the game. But we know it's a winning stat every week. It's a winning stat, one of the winning stats, and they did a good job with it.
Since you didn't get to see Dobbs in the preseason here, and you can only see so much in a practice, when he takes off like he did, is there any part of you that's surprised?
No, I know he's fast. He's a mobile quarterback that can move and extend plays and make plays out of the pocket too. Some of those are design runs, some of those are tucks it and goes. But that's a integral part today, in my opinion, of offense is that play is the quarterback's legs. And, we got to keep helping them out with that. And as a defense, you have to be aware of that and defend it properly. We saw us learn from that a week ago or two. So it's huge for our offense because it gives us some versatility and gives us another weapon that we can, deploy when the scheme would say that. And he's done a good job with it.
Where have you seen a guy like Michael Wilson evolve the most, and how can he? Seems like whenever the ball's thrown his way, he's making a play. Yeah. How can he improve or get more targets moving forward?
Yeah, his point of attack is really good through the first 3 weeks. What I love about Mike is when his number's called, just like you said, Tyler, he wins. He's made some big catches for us. The thing that people don't see is the effort and the blocking and the different ways we deploy him. He knows 3-4 positions, which is a lot for a rookie, especially in an offense like ours where we're kind of multiple with different formations and shifts and motions. You saw the one block on the explosive. That was a huge play. But he's doing a good job. He'll continue to do a good job, and when his number is called, that's what I expect from him.
He said he has more confidence and he's playing more free out there. Do you see that in his play?
Yeah, I think what you probably see, what I see is he knows exactly what to do, and he plays faster than the opponent. There's two parts about playing fast is, how fast can you do something, how fast you get to your technique, but your brain has to work before your legs do. So he's a very, intelligent person. One of the reasons that we loved him when we picked him. And you see that showing up now.
How is Zaven doing, and how did it impact you when you lost him yesterday?
He got poked in the eye, so obviously just like any D-line, then you're down a guy in the rotation. Some other guys stepped up. I thought the entire room played pretty well, but he's doing okay right now. But it was just it's kind of a fluke, gets jabbed in the eye, walked out there, and it didn't look great, honestly, but I think he's checking out okay.
I know that there's no timetable set for his return. Is there any extra emphasis on touching base on Kyler's rehab, since a week from today would be the earliest you could take him off PUP?
With me? Yeah, I touch base with Kyler every day, but he's doing well. But no, we know the timetable, but we have our own timetable.
Why has the team been able to start off so strong in the first half?
I don't know. They're ready to play. I know that. I think that's not always the case. Honestly, it might be you think you're going to get something and you don't, or execution, or how the game flow goes. So. But that has definitely helped us the first 3 weeks, starting fast on all three phases. You typically got to continue to do that because you don't want to get down, but you got to be able to play from down too. So, but honestly, I think just the execution component of all three phases is why we've kind of built some leads.
JG, what was the most impressive thing you saw yesterday?
I would say our attitude, honestly. Going into half, being up where we've been up twice now. I thought that the attitude was a slight different tone in the locker room. I made sure that they knew about it. And then, what did we need to do to win the game in the second half from all three phases, each individually. And then, as we took some shots there in the second half, they got back into the game, and then we go 3 and out or however that came. I thought that we were a resilient group yesterday, and guys stepped up and executed and made plays when they needed to win the game.
You said that it's obvious that the guys have bought in to what you guys are doing here, and you had chances to win week 1 and week 2, that finally all comes together in week 3. How much does that add to the message that you guys have been messaging? Because you have the proof in the pudding, so to speak.
Yeah, I appreciate the question. I would say, I think that obviously, like, it feels good to win a game. But my concern with them is not my concern. What I'm looking for on a daily basis, are we doing enough in all three phases to put ourselves in position to win the game? And so you evaluate that first, and then you tell the players about that. And then you bring it to their attention. This has to improve. This has to get a little bit better. This has been good, but it has to stay there or even elevate it a little bit. And you hope that everybody in the building is just trying to improve their game every day. And then when you put all that together, then, hopefully your team plays better. So honestly, I thought that the week of practice that they had was extremely competitive and fast. And, I thought that the execution that you saw on the field stems from the 3-4 days of practice.
JG, to kind of piggyback off that a little bit, DJ Humphrey said a few weeks ago, like, the reason he's able to lead better is because of kind of the standard you set in a way and the process that y'all put in place. I mean, do you notice that from guys and how they're buying into your way per se?
DJ's a high character guy, and we got a lot of those guys. So I think that from my standpoint is it's no different from the coaches to the players to the staff to the doctors to the chefs in the kitchen. Like, hey, this is what we want. This is what's expected. This is your role, and you have to go out and do a good job in your role. And when it's not up to par for what you think is up to par, we have to adjust and correct it and get better. So, but that starts with me first, and I learned a lot from these last 3 games. That last game, I told them when we had a team meeting today, like, here's the mistakes I made. Here's how I got to correct it, And so when everyone's on the same page of, hey, let's just worry about learning and improving, it's not hard to follow suit.
Is Josh there now, or is there something more in this progression, from one week to the next as he picks up?
Yeah, I think he's played winning football since he's been here. I think you guys will continue to see his improvement as he gets more and more comfortable. But you could ask him. He's pretty comfortable right now. He's making a bunch of plays for us. He's got good command in the huddle. He never has any flinch, which I love about him. He's doing a good job.
What was the decision-making process for the switch at left guard?
Just wanted to get Cologne in the game a little bit, and I thought Elijah played really well. And when Cologne came in there, he did a good job. So we're always looking to tinker with different groups and people, and trying to help our guys out, and also playing guys that are going to need to be up and playing. So that's a part of it too. But I thought they both did a good job.
Monty was pretty fired up at the end of the game yesterday. I think he hugged everybody to the locker room. Does he usually get like, have you seen him get like that after?
Yeah, I've seen him get fired up a couple times. You guys probably haven't seen it, but yeah, he gets mad at me a couple times. Yeah. I've seen the emotion from him. But no, that was cool. Obviously, it was his first win too. He was, he's directly responsible for everyone in that locker room, so did a good job.